Alexis here, and today I want to get a little more personal. Although it feels like I do that a lot, I tend to overshare. But anyways, today is a more personalized video. Today I'm going to be talking about what Dragon Ball Z, and just the series in general, Dragon Ball, what it means to me. Because I don't think I've ever talked, although it's like one of my favorite series, and I do talk about anime on this channel, I've never really talked about Dragon Ball Z too much. So today I'm going to be talking about it and what it truly means to me. So without further ado, let's get on the video. Before we get into the video, I just want to say, get into the makeup. Alright, I'm done. For the sake of today's video, I felt like it'd be appropriate to have this on me. But anyways, so before actually talking about it, I'll tell you, what Dragon Ball Z actually is. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you would know. But if you have been living under a rock, Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball, is a shonen series that was created by Akira Toriyama. And the original series, Dragon Ball, it shows the journey of Goku and Son Goku, and just his journey. He starts off as like a kid, so it just shows his journey of him, becoming stronger. And he meets with the Turtle Hermit, Master Roshi, asked him to basically, be his mentor, teach him how to fight, really well, since, he's a legend. So, and he meets up with some other ragtag characters like Bulma and Krillin, who become close friends of his, and some other characters, along the way. And then, I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, then in Dragon Ball Z, it shows just him as a grown man, as an adult. By this point, he has a son, Gohan. Yeah, see what I did there. Anyways, he has a wife, Chi-Chi, who he meets in Dragon Ball. And just over the course of the series, it's just him becoming stronger, defeating enemies, typical battle shonen type beat. Just watch it for yourself. Or if, it's pretty popular. It's very popular. It's like the godfather of all anime. So, if you gotta know it, So you kind of I recommend like watching it for yourself if you're into that kind of thing. If you're not into like shonen, then if you're into fighting or all that, you may not like it too much. But yeah, that's the overview. Now I'm gonna talk about my personal relationship with it. Now, a thing for me, Dragon Ball Z Kai was my first anime. It came on Nicktoons, and me and my brother would watch it together. We'd watch it together in the living room. We'd like play fight and like pretend that we were the characters, and we were like, every kid has done like a Kamehameha, okay? Like, be honest, every kid has done a Kamehameha, either just like by themselves or in the pool. Everyone tried to turn Super Saiyan. Like, just things like that. So I started off, that was my first anime that I started off with as a kid, So I grew up with that. That was my gateway to anime. But it just has such a, other than it being my first, which is a good chunk of the reason why it has like a place in my heart, it's just so cool. Like, it's just so cool. The fight scenes are cool. Like, the transformations should get me hype. Like, and I know, like, at this point, death isn't really a consequence anymore, but still, like, when there are emotional moments, they hit. Emotional moments hit. Like, like, to this day, when Krillin died, that still hits. And when Goku transformed, he became a Super Saiyan, that still hits this day. Gohan versus Cell, that still holds up. Like, it's so cool. Just Yeah. Side note, also, I really like the blue arc. I know some people have their opinions on the blue arc, but I liked it personally. I like that we got some focus on Goten and Trunks. I love Goten and Trunks, so I'm glad that we kind of got some focus. And also in the manga, they had their own little arc thing. We got to see them like as teenagers, and I was so excited about that because I love those two. And that's really why I like some of the Dragon Ball Z movies, because Goten and Trunks. But that's besides the point. I guess I can talk a little bit about my favorite characters. Well, obviously we have Vegeta right here, the Prince of all Saiyans. Vegeta, he's just so cool. Vegeta's so cool. He low-key be on fraud watch sometimes. I know. He gets beat up a lot. Okay, he low-key be on fraud watch, but he's so cool. Okay, he's arrogant, and I like that. He's the reason why I like arrogant characters. Cause he's so cool. He's cocky. He be getting beat up, but he still talks his stuff no matter what. And he relentlessly chases after Goku, to be honest. He relentlessly chases after Goku. That's basically his reasoning to get stronger. I mean, he literally stopped. I mean, this is kind of, but he literally stopped fighting because Goku died. And he was like, what is this all for, man? What is this all for? Like, he sacrificed himself. What am I doing? It wasn't exactly like that, so don't fight me. But, like, still, it was a little bit like that. But anyways, Vegeta is definitely my favorite character. His character development was so great to see. Like, just seeing him become this villain who is literally going to destroy the earth, to him being married with the wife and kids. And him just kind of, even him admitting that Goku's the best. Like, him even admitting that he has respect for Goku. Like, even though he first saw him, when he first encountered him, he saw him as a lowly Saiyan. Because, obviously, Prince to a commoner? Is that what the word I used? I don't know. But anyways, Goku was trash to him, But he grew to have such a respect for him that they became proper rivals. Also, I guess this ties into fight scenes, but like, I mean, the Vegeta versus Goku, that was great. And also, oh my gosh, the line, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put in the clip of the line from their fight that I really like. I'll put that clip in there.
Blood, my noble blood spilled by the sheer luck of such trash. No, I will not allow this to stand. I cannot allow this to stand! Your insolence just cost you this world! I'll blow it all to pieces, and there's nothing you can do to stop me! He's gonna what?
But, I love that line so much. But anyways, I'm getting off track. But back to their fight scene. So, there's like a scene of them fighting, and it's in the intro of Dragon Soul. And by the way, Dragon Soul is so good that also... Okay, I have a personal connection with that song. The song is great, and it's so amazing. It just gets me hyped up. And also I grew up with it, so that song just gets me so hype. I'm like, yeah, don't stop now. And just seeing the visuals of the intro, it just does something to me. It's probably nostalgia, but still, it still holds up to me to this day. But let me talk a little more about the intro, because I have a story about that. I remember this one time, I think it was in 7th grade, and was it 7th? I don't know if it was 7th or 8th grade, I don't know. But I was feeling like I was sad, I was feeling depressed. I don't remember about what, but I was just feeling down. And one of my friends, who's also a big Dragon Ball Z fan, shout out to Jalen, he's not watching this, but shout out to him. He sang that song for me, and it made me feel better, because obviously he knows I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan too, and I love that song. And so that memory just sticks a lot with me, because it shows how much, sometimes it shows how much people know you, and I don't know, that I love that story so much. Like, he sang that song for me, we sang it together, because it made me feel better. Like, that was great. Yeah, shout out to Jalen. He's not watching this, but shout out to him. I also want to talk about one of my other favorite characters who continuously gets disrespected by, like, the fandom. Gohan, my beloved Gohan. I love Gohan. Gohan was my first fictional crush. He was my first fictional crush. Like, I remember seeing him fighting Cell, and I was just like, kid me was just like, yes. Yeah, he was my first fictional crush. I loved me some Gohan. I still love Gohan. But he continuously gets disrespected by the fandom because he's a pacifist. And I can make a whole separate video on that. Will I? I don't know. But I could make a whole video on that because people tend to just not understand his character. He doesn't like fighting, guys. He said this. Everyone knows this. Piccolo said this. Piccolo said this himself. He said this to Goku. Like, were we watching? You know, just sometimes you guys have to actually indulge in the media that you like. You know, sometimes let's start reading and watching the media that you like. Let's actually pay attention. Like, you know, let's start paying attention. That's the point. I do love Gohan. He's so cool. I love the fact that because he's a half Saiyan, he has more potential, which makes him like he has more potential than full-blooded Saiyans. I love that. Sometimes some things about him would make me mad. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, "Dang man, like Gohan turned out to be a nerd," but he always was. He never liked fighting. That's just him. But he's there when you need him. Like he's there when you need him, and he's also just a really sweet kid. Like he's just a sweet kid. Like he cares about the people around him. He cares about everybody, and he will when it's and the one thing about Gohan, it's probably a Saiyan thing. But one thing about Gohan, when he's in his mood, he's cocky. He is cocky when he gets his I don't know. When he gets his, all I can say is when he gets in his mood, he's cocky. And I don't think enough people acknowledge that. He gets arrogant when he's, you know, like he literally stood there smiling to Majin Buu saying, "Fight you? No, I want to kill you." Like, I don't know. He be having his moments. Also, I just want to say one more thing. Shout out to Future Trunks, Android 18 and Android 17. They're all fine. They all can get it. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, so now to get a little deeper. So about my connection with Dragon Ball Z. It was always there for me when I needed it. Like whenever I was feeling depressed and I was feeling down, I would just turn on a clip of Dragon Ball Z. Or I remember when I had the volume 1 of the Dragon Ball Z manga on my Kindle Fire. And I would read it because it just made me feel better, honestly. Like, and it also gave me that inspiration that I needed. It just filled me with so much joy. And it made me want to be better. It made me want to be the best. Like no one ever was. I had a whiteboard in my room. And I wrote down one of Vegeta's quotes. Where it's, "You may take my mind and my body. But there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps. His pride." Vegeta was a source of inspiration for me. With that specific quote. But just in general. I don't know. It was just something about it. Like it was Goku's journey that makes me emotional. Just seeing him go from a kid to a grown man with a wife and kids, and she's the strongest like in his universe. Well, let me take that back before people start getting on me. I know you know what I mean. Okay, he's the strongest on earth. Jesus Christ. He's one of the strongest ever, okay? He's one of the strongest. And so seeing his journey just makes me super emotional. And also just, it taught me some life lessons. Like, that friendship can last a lifetime. Something that also gets me is Krillin and Goku's friendship. They started off, well, Krillin was hating a little bit. On Goku when he first met him. But then that person turned into his best friend. That's his best friend. And they've been friends since they were kids. And now, both grown men who are married with kids, they are still friends to this day. And that really taught me that friendship can last a lifetime. He cried for Krillin when he died, and Krillin did the same for him. Krillin took care of his son, you know, when he wasn't here. And they just still, to this day, they're still close. And that just gives me hope that maybe one day I can have, you know, what they have. You know, even death can't separate the bond that they have. And that is so great to me. I love that. Yeah, when I was down, I knew that I could always count on Dragon Ball Z to be there for me. When I couldn't count on anyone else to be there for me, when I felt like there was no one by my side, nothing was for me, I had Dragon Ball Z. That was always available to me. That was always there for me. And I'm actually rewatching it right now. So say what you will about it's overrated, say what you will about, you know, Dragon Ball Super and where the series has gone. It still holds up. I feel like it still holds up, and it's forever going to have a very special place in my heart. No matter what happens, no matter how old I get, it's always going to have a place in my heart, because it was there for me in such dark times, giving me my source of entertainment, but also giving me a source of motivation. And I want to say thank you to Akira Toriyama for creating such a wonderful series that is loved by so many. I wonder to this day if he ever knew that it was going to get this big. I wonder if he knew that it was going to touch so many lives across the world. If you don't know anything about anime, you know about Dragon Ball Z. It truly is legendary. And I don't think we'll see anything quite like it. It changed so many lives, including mine. Well, that's all I have for today. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, and in the comments, let me know if you like Dragon Ball Z, and tell me who your favorite character is. Take care of yourselves. Bye.